What's up? Yeah, so I'm back. Um, I don't know. It's it's fun seeing a lot of people wake up to the truth. It's fun seeing a lot of people finally start to understand that this is a program, not necessarily a program for you to, you know, benefit from or nothing like that, but basically experimentation purposes. Um, a lot of people that are targeted obviously aren't cut and dry, just run of the mill ass. You can tell me anything and I'll believe it as people. It's obvious that those people are inquisitive. They're more the thinking type. Um, they're more the figuring shit out type for themselves. You can't really tell me something that I can believe, but you have to show me, and it has to make sense in all ways. Those type of people. Um, I mean, if they can't scare you, then they try to buy you. If they can't buy you, then they, kill you off. But either way, the truth, is the truth. Uh, this government system has been this way. It was set up this way. Um, whoever they call traitor or heretic or whatever, terrorist or whatever the word, the word is for this era, then that's what they attack. That's what they ostracize, cast out, that kill off, make an example of. And this shit is so simple, but there's so many people nowadays to where it's so many motherfuckers that's waking up, awakening to the truth of this bullshit. It's been a sham the whole time. It was a sham in the 90s. It was a sham in the 30s. It's a sham in the 1860s. And it's a motherfucking sham now, 2022, 2023. It's a fucking sham. And it's going to be a fucking sham next year. So with the understanding of that, it's not depression or darkness or anger that comes next. Those emotions are past us. Now, straight up bringing the facts and the evidence to the rest of these people and them making a decision. You know, um, you don't have to like me personally. I couldn't care less if you like me personally. It's not about that. Um, you know, you don't have to like my skin color or my system of belief or whatever. That's irrelevant to me. Um, it's simply those are simply tools that are used to separate you, make you go to war with yourself and each other, make you kill yourself or kill another person that's in the same predicament essentially as yourself. Uh, and that's the name of the game. The name of the game is they're trying to get you to trust no one, lash out, hurt yourself or someone else, become incarcerated and working for the machine. Yeah, it's pretty sad. So a friend of mine killed himself in 2016. He had two small children and a girl. And the only thing I can think of is he was heavily into the occult at that time. And he was pretty much resisting them and, telling them to fuck off. And so, I mean, I heard rumors that he shot himself too. He hung himself. And I know for a fact that the dude was killed. I mean, it's obvious. We would talk all the fucking time. He was like a close friend of mine. But then I saw it firsthand when I joined the military. And there was overworking drivers. And there's one driver they overworked, 19-year-old kid, drove off a cliff and killed himself in a major he was driving for. It was in the back seat. the passenger seat of the car. They retrieved their bodies from a frozen lake at the bottom of the lake. It started to dawn on me like they don't care about you people. They don't give a fuck. They don't fuck about your content. They don't fuck about how many likes, views, subscribes, and does that. You're expendable. They're worse than toilet paper. You're like the materials that make the toilet paper. You see what I mean? Like, and that's just how it is. You got old fat majors, ain't never been to combat ever, can't pass the PT test. You know, everybody has to do the PT test. They can't pass it, but yet they giving orders to people. And then the orders are the fucked up orders. It's getting people killed. You know, if you're on a training exercise, you don't have to act like it's real world to where you're driving for 27, 28 hours straight. Nobody in their right mind would do that, even during wartime. But what happens? The young dumbass kid who's thinking he's you know, about to go save the world, hero for his country and his family, and heroic and all this honor and all this shit, ends up dead. Too many times do I see it. Too many times. So I got the fuck out of there. Told him to kiss my fucking ass. Straight the fuck up. Best decision I ever made in my fucking life. One of them. Another one was get rid of this bitch I was married to, but that's another story. Anyhow, yeah, so, you know, it's becoming the point to where, you know, a lot of people are understanding, but they're so scared and spooked. You know, they think they're going to live forever for some reason. Nobody does. It's about what you're willing to lose, you know? Is it your freedom or is it your life? Is it liberty or is it death? Which one is it? You know? I just think it's comical and it's sad that motherfuckers. I think I think it's comical and sad that motherfuckers is doing this shit for EBT credit and shit, social credit scores and shit. I've never been social. I was always antisocial. I grew up in a hood where motherfuckers were getting shot for 50 cents. Motherfuckers were getting shot for looks, for looking at a person wrong. Okay? And they sending birds your way. So it's a little different to me, you know, with all this cancel culture shit, like, share, subscribe shit. Nah, man. Say your piece. Say what you gotta say. And keep that shit pushing, bruh. Fuck a like, a share, and a subscribe. Because 9 times out of 10, they just doing it as a fad, bro. I mean, I'm looking at some shit talking about Tekken versus Street Fighter and all this shit. And the shit got 650,000 views. 65,000 likes. You see what I'm saying? The dude got 2 million subscribers talking about a video game, bro. And I like video games. But you see where the headspace is. If that shit is getting so many views, and of course the numbers are inflated through algorithms, you know, pay for play and shit. But still, you gotta say 100,000 motherfuckers like that shit. For real. 100,000 people viewed it, I mean. And so it's just like, damn, where are we at? Shit, it's time to stop being sad and depressed about it. I'm gonna tell you that much. Them days is over. You know? I'm laughing at how these motherfuckers gotta scramble every 4 years to try to drop a new narrative on who's the next bad guy, who's the next antichrist, and all this other shit. Been looking at that shit for years. Come on now. You mean to tell me these motherfucking Carnegies and these motherfucking Rockefellers and shit still around fucking shit up and everybody knows it and they still paying for shit, both sides of the war and all this shit, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, they paying for all that they giving money away and doing all this shit. And what the fuck is y'all doing? Oh, Street Fighter versus Tekken. Uh, the football game and don't nobody give a fuck. So you get what you deserve. See, and that's what made me stop being so depressed about it. When I started to notice that people they're not gonna give a fuck. And it's been the same amount of motherfucking people that's been pointing this shit out since day one. A couple of them die, a couple of them grow up and get older, but it's still the same amount. You know, you got the eyes to see, you don't see. You got the ears to hear, you don't hear. If you got the heart to understand, then you're gonna fucking understand. But other than that, you just a motherfucking body out here, bro. Straight up. So, and instead of getting all dark and being all sad and depressed, let me end it off with a good note, all right? So, anyways, man, these fools like banging on, little walls and little heaters and shit. They like tapping on shit. I'm like, what the fuck? So I turn my music up. You know what I'm saying? They like saying shit when I'm out and about, right? I'm out and I'm walking around. So guess what? I put my headphones on, bro. You know what I'm saying? They like getting close enough to touch. But guess what? You let their ass know when they get all up close. Yeah, man, I don't fuck with that touching shit, bro. You see what I'm saying? What they gonna do now? There's a counter to all this shit. But it's about awareness. It's about how you do it. How you do what you do. So me, I like laughing. I like chilling. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how that's just how I am. But some people, they get real serious about it and stuff. And I was that way. If you look at my older videos, I was serious about it because I was like, this is fucked up. I'm constitutional, all this other shit. But Constitution ain't for us, number one. Number two, Constitution is superseded all the time. Broken down so many times because it's ancient and it hasn't been revised. You see what I'm saying? To where they move around that motherfucker now. You know? Is the greatest thing the Constitution in this country, or is it safety and security? See what I'm saying? It's safety and security. Some motherfuckers gonna use safety and security to supersede the Constitution. That's simple. Don't give a fuck if you Republican 1776 type or whatever. Your Constitution ain't worth a goddamn thing. Because they gonna say safety every motherfucking time. Period. To the point to where you can't even talk. It's sad, but it is what it is. Like I said, I'm glad I came down here at the time that I did. So I can see how and why shit, becomes third world again. But it is what it is. You feel me? Not to be mad about that shit. I got limited time anyway. And I ain't got no kids. Period. So you do the math. So you can't get me on a technicality talking about but your kids. I ain't got nothing, nigga. Calm down. It ain't planning on it. Slap. They get your ass with them kids, or they get your ass with that money, nigga. That's what they get your ass with. You like, damn, I gotta provide. Ah, fuck. Let me shut up. Let me put my nose down. Yeah, you better put your fucking nose down. That's it. You know? They're just a bunch of cowards. But the real ones know what I'm talking about. And they gonna understand. Other than that, shit, hit me up. I'm out of here. Oh, and don't let the motherfuckers catch you off guard with the I saw you jacking off. I saw you pissing. I saw you rubbing yourself. Nigga, you nasty. You watching. Okay, next. Peace.